Hi friends, in today's session let us see a land reforms of our Karnataka. Now let's begin. Our first concept is the land reforms. Now let's see what is the land reforms. The measures implemented in order to solve the problem with regard to the land holding are called as a land reforms. Land plays a very important role in the life of man. He depends totally on the land for his existence. His means man's or human beings' existence. Through the land, the human beings are get food for their daily life. However, the land has been not distributed in equal measures to all the communities. The land reforms was undertaken in order to improve these inequalities in the land ownership. The land ownership is not same to all the peoples of our state. It is unequality. It is unequally divided in all peoples. In the ancient time, we see that all the rights have been undertaken by the landowners, not the tenants. Due to the inequality of the result and in concentration of the wealth and unequal distribution of the wealth among all the peoples. Through this effect, we see that the egalitarian society in the year 1970, the many questions were raised by the farmers and Dalits movement about the about land distribution. Many movement was took place for the demand of prevention of the land for the landless laborers. The land reforms that were put into the practices as a result of this movement are as follows. Our first point is the abolition of a zamindari system, restricting the hold of the ruling classes on the land. It was the objective of this measure. This is the one of the most important land reforms. In the year 1955, a committee was formed under the leadership of ex Vice President of India B.D. Jetty. This committee has made recommendation towards bringing about the reforms. This committee has recommended every family should have been given maximum 116 acre dry land and 27 acre irrigated land. Those recommendations are help to the wealthy, and this recommendation was implemented in the year 1957 but did not changes in the existing system in decisive manner. We are all know that 1 acre is equal to 100 cent or 40 kundas. Our second point is a reform in tenancy system. Indian tenants faces many problems. In this problem, we see the huge amount of the rent paid increases the land holding and landless form of work. In order to solve this kind of problem, in the year 1974, the Chief Minister called Devaraja Arasu brought into force a revolutionary law in Karnataka, which said that the teller is the owner of that land. Many landless peoples who has been cultivated that land and the tenancy became those peoples have become the landowners of that cultivated lands. Now let's see what are the main features of 1974's Land Reform or Amendment Act. It cancelled all kind of tenancies. The teller was given the opportunity to establish his right to the land he cultivated. All the lands on the rent come into the positions of the government. All the lands on the rent come into the position of the government, and those who are wishes to establish their right to that land, those who wanted to compensation, they had to apply the tribunals. The decision of tribunals was the final decision. Its judgment could be questioned only in the High Court. Now let's see our third point, the maximum limit on the land holdings. The state government fixed a limit The state government has been fixed on the land of a family that could process in the year 1973. The maximum limit was fixed. Now let's see, a family could have the 54 acres of the fertile land that had no facility of the water. If the land had irrigated facility and more than one crop was bringing ground, there was. And another one is the family could have 10 to 18 acres if there was a irrigated land with only one crop being grown. Each of the family could have the maximum of 27 acres. In 1977, the Inam Cancellation Act come into being existed. Now let's see, our fourth point is creation of economic holdings. The land holding which are enable the cultivators to earn the sufficient income for the comfortable life of his family after accounting for all his expenses are called as a economic holding. It is the meaning of a economic holding. The standard of the life of many farmers improved after the consolidation of holding and implementation of the maximum limits and land holding. After this attempt, the life of the farmers, life of the common peoples are improved in our Karnataka. Now let's see, our fifth point is the development of cooperation farming. The farmers are voluntarily formed the cooperative associations, given up their land for the cultivation, supervision and cultivation the land together. When the crops is harvested in the and sold. Now let's see, what is the cooperative farming system. When the crop is harvested and sold, they set aside many money from the long-term development of the land and divided the rest of all money among themselves. It is called as a cooperative farming system. On account of the land reforms, it was possible for the landless and to obtain the right to the landowners. Through in a small measures, the tailors and the rights were protected. The farmers could get at the least and a small amount of the profit through the cooperative farming system. However, this system could not generate excess support from the peoples. Those are all about the land reforms. Thank you for watching this video. If you want explanation in other languages, you can comment below in comment box. With